Hello, good morning students. Welcome back in my online class. In previous class, we studied about the poet Edmund Spenser. We also discussed about his important works. Our today's topic is the sonnet Ice and Fire. This sonnet is dedicated to Elizabeth Boyle and it is written by Edmund Spenser. It is 13th sonnet in sequence of 89 sonnets of Amorety, and we already discussed about Amorety. Amorety is a collection of 89 love sonnets. This sonnet is a Spenserian sonnet of 14 lines. In English literature, there are three types of sonnets. First, the Shakespearean sonnet, second, the Petrarchan sonnet, and third, the Spenserian sonnet. And we know very well that sonnet is a short lyric poem of 14 lines. This sonnet, Ice and Fire, has 3 quatrains and a concluding couplet. This sonnet is composed in iambic pentameter. This sonnet has 3 quatrains, and in 3 quatrains the speaker posed 3 different questions to the reader. These are then answered in the final couplet. This sonnet describes contradictory as well as complementary personalities of the speaker and his beloved. Although they are different from one another, but their love is strong, and this is the central theme of this sonnet. And rhyme scheme of this sonnet is AB, AB, VC, VC, CD, CD, EE. Let's start the sonnet Ice and Fire. My love is like to ice and I to fire. How comes it then that this her cold so great is not dissolved through my so hot desire, but harder grows the more I her entreat. My love is like to ice and I to fire. This is the opening line of the first quatrain of this sonnet. My love here refer to poet's love. In this line, the speaker compares his beloveds with the ice, and he compares his love to the fire. And we know very well that these two things are totally contradictory. One side is ice and another side is fire. So we can guess that two lovers are totally different in their nature, in their behavior. How comes it then that this her cold so great is not dissolved through my so hot desire? How comes it here means how strange it is. Then that this her cold so great is not dissolved. Dissolve means to melt. Through means by effect of. My so hot desire. Hot desire means his deep love. But harder grows the more I her entreat. Entreat means show off, or we can say request, Comparing himself with ice and his beloved with fire, he says that it is very strange that his beloved's cold is not affected by his fire. His fire has no effect on his beloved's heart. Instead of becoming less cold, the ice of his beloved's heart is getting harder and harder. In other sense, we can say that the poet has great love for his beloved, but she does not respond his love. Next, or how comes it that my exceeding heat is not allayed by her heart frozen cold, but that I burn much more in boiling sweat, and feel my flames augmented manifold. or how comes it, means how strange it is, or how can it be possible. The poet is surprised to know that how it is possible that instead of melting water, instead of melting ice is becoming more harder and harder, and we know very well that fire can convert ice into water. But his fire of love also remains unaffected by the ice of his beloved's heart. He is burning more and more. He says against that the flame of his fire have increased manifold. Here the poet turns the previous question around and asks how his own impact on his lover does not destroy their love. The speaker's own heat is not impacted by her heart frozen cold. The final line brings the section around to the actual question. He asks how it is possible that her coldness only makes his flame increase in numbers. Next, what more miraculous things may be told? The fire which all things melt should harden ice, and ice which is congealed with senseless cold should kindle fire by wonderful device. In this quatrain, the poet is surprised to know that his fire. We know that he compares himself to the fire, and it is fire's work to convert ice into water. But ice of his beloved's heart is not melting. Instead of melting, it is going harder and harder. In the final four-line section, the speaker takes note of importance of his love. He believes that his relationship is so unusual and original that it verges on miraculous. It seems miraculous. Spencer wants to make sure that his reader is clear on why one should care about his love. Next line, such is the power of love in gentle mind that it can alter all the course of kind. These are the concluding part of the sonnet, and we can say these are the two lines, and two lines are called couplet. In the previous section, in three quatrains, the poet asks three rhetorical questions to the reader, and he is surprised to know that ice and fire are two contradictory things, but they change the phenomena. They change their natural phenomena. They are working just opposite. The final couplet works as all of Spencer's conclusion. Here the speaker concludes that the answer to all the previously posed question is that love has the power to change everything. Love has the power to change everything. Alter means change. So only love has the power to change everything. It has the ability to alter or change everyone's life. So this sonnet describes contradictory as well as complementary personalities of the speaker and his beloved. Although they are different from one another, one is fire and another is ice, but their love is strong. They are united because their love is strong. So students, we studied today about the sonnet Ice and Fire. Ice and Fire is a short lyric poem of 14 lines, and it has been taken from Amoretti. And there are three quatrains and one couplet. In three quatrains, the speaker poses three questions, three rhetorical question, and we find answer of these questions in the last two concluding lines. So that's all about the poem. Thanks for watching this online class. Thank you very much.